Hello, my lovely Sagittarius. In this reading, I'm going to be doing your week ahead for May 18th through May 24th. I'm a tarot and intuitive reader. This is going to be your career reading and your love reading. First, I'm going to do the career reading, and then I'm going to be doing the love reading. I already shuffled. I'm going to be doing 5 cards for both the career and the love reading. So let's see what this the week has for you. Okay. So let's get into career. Okay. We have the Page of Wands upright. Inspiration, naive, discovery, limitless potential, enthusiastic, excitement, freedom. Okay, so I see that you're really working hard towards something. I see that you're feeling very motivated at this time. Perhaps you're motivated to get ahead at where you currently are, or I feel like you're just really ready to take that next step, that next leap. Possibly I see you, wanting to leave where you're currently at. That's what I'm getting. Spirit's telling me that you're really ready to leave your current job. I feel like you're, wherever you are right now, I feel like you're kind of underappreciated but overworked. And I definitely see that you're just more than ever motivated to leave your current situation. Whatever your current situation is, I just feel like it's not enough for you. You're really motivated. You really are working hard. And you're really excited about everything. You're excited about the future. You're really, ready to leave and make that next move though. That's what I get. Let's see what else comes out. Queen of Cups upright. Compassionate, comfort, calm, helping, emotionally stable, healing, caring, intuitive, receptive. Yeah, you're really helpful to everyone else around you. You're really helpful. You're really caring. You're receptive to everything around you. I feel like you're very in tune with the room. Like you know how to read the room, and I definitely feel that wherever you are, like right now, it's just not working for you anymore. You're really ready to, take that next step. I feel like you're just, for the longest time, you've been thinking about this, and you're just gonna take that next step. I think that intuitively you already know what the answer is. But Spirit's telling me that you're gonna have somebody help you out. You're definitely gonna be getting somebody to help you out. We have the earth element here, or the 2 triangles, the earth element here. So you're really, it's all like tangible stuff. Like it's gonna manifest. It's gonna manifest. Whatever you want is gonna manifest. It's definitely gonna come into fruition, but I think it's gonna be with someone's help. I definitely think it's gonna be with someone's help. Maybe someone will help you get a job somewhere else. Maybe you have an old contact that can help you leave your current situation. Or if you don't want to leave your current situation, maybe somebody you can talk to that will help you get ahead in your current position. That's what I feel. That I just feel that. And possibly a Pisces or Cancer will be there to help you. I get some kind of a water sign being next to you and assisting you with this change. All right, let's see what else I pull. I get the reversed freedom, openness. It's the Eight of Swords reversed. And freedom, openness, empowerment, releasing negative thoughts, self-acceptance. So, you do feel empowered. You are definitely feeling empowered. You feel empowered that it's not the only option for you. Wherever you're at right now, it's not your last resort. There is a way out for you. And you definitely have to release your negative thoughts. You kind of have to get out of your head, Sagittarius, and really release your negative thoughts that you're having. Don't limit yourself with your thoughts, just try to be optimistic no matter what. Think of when you were a kid, think of when you were a kid. You didn't really have any boundaries holding you back. You thought you could do the impossible. Spirit's telling me to tell you that just, try to have an open mind and that everything is possible. Definitely. I'm getting an air element here. It tells me that everything's in constant movement, that, there's even things happening behind the scenes that you just don't know about yet. But I do think that this is a positive card. I definitely think that this is a positive card. Manifestation, practicality, skill, absolute decisions, business, the ego. Yeah, so I definitely think that this is like a positive card, that you just have to remain open and remain really positive. All right, let's see what else is coming out. Okay, we have the upright, Nine of Wands upright. So courage, persistence, test of faith, maintaining boundaries, and strength. So yeah, there you go. You have to maintain your boundaries. I feel like you take on a lot where you're currently at, and you kind of don't know how to say no to people, right? I feel like you've become a people pleaser in life, like not just your personal life, but I feel like more like in the business, it translates to your business life. I think like you've become a people pleaser, but Spirit's telling me to tell you to, maintain your boundaries. You definitely want to maintain your boundaries, and, tell, if they give you extra things to do, say, no, I can't. If they try to mess with your schedule, no, sorry, I have such and such planned at a such and such date. I have to take, my kid to the movies, or I have to, do stuff with my family or my friends, yada, yada. But I definitely think that you have to have your resilience and courage to just set your boundaries. And I think like, even if you're not happy where you currently are, because of that, it's going to translate to the next position. So don't just think that just because you're not setting boundaries right now, that it's going to be better anywhere else. You kind of have to put your foot down everywhere you are, and not just assume like, oh, the next company is going to be better. It's going to be better if you kind of tell people to back off and, set your boundaries. Give them a schedule. I'm available on this date and this date. I can't work on, X, Y, and Z day of the week. Have your boundaries, Sagittarius. I feel like a lot of people play with your good nature, and it's just a lot for you. I understand. Okay, one more card for career and finance for Sagittarius for the week of 18 to 24. Okay, we have here the Six of Swords upright. Transition, exit, change, move beyond, leaving behind, releasing baggage. Yeah, I cannot make this stuff up. I definitely see that you are exiting. I feel like within the next week, you're going to get a lot of good roles coming your way. And I honestly feel like, and even if you say no way, like I want to stay where I'm at, then I feel like another opening in another department or another unit, business unit, different office, different location might open up for you. But I definitely think that there's going to be a significant change in your career, like for sure. I think you're gonna leave, get a better job, and just like move on. Like I feel that for sure. um like I just have that you know feeling. And it's an air element, so air element usually it's just in constant movement. It's basically like unnoticed movement, but it's powerful and cleansing. Like, even though it might be subtle, you might not like feel it. Something's happening. So don't worry. You're gonna leave where you're currently at, and you're gonna be in a better place. Okay, so that's all I have for you for my career reading. Now let's move on to your, love reading. Let's move on. I'm gonna reshuffle, and I'm going to be picking again 5 cards. This is mostly a singles love read, but it could be whatever you want it to be. It's just a love read, but I mostly have I would hope it's for singles, right? I hope that if you are in a relationship, everything's going well and you don't have to be doing readings, looking at readings for them. Okay, so for a single Sagittarius, let's see. Okay. Upright. So Ace of Pentacles upright, prosperity, opportunity, manifestation, abundance, new career, financial opportunity. Okay, so I know we just did a reading for finances, but this doesn't necessarily have to be for finances. It just means Ace of Pentacles is just like a very earthy element. It basically means you're going to get a good opportunity. If you're single, you're going to meet somebody good. You're going to manifest, if you've been thinking of somebody that you want your ideal person to be, you're going to manifest them. You're going to meet them somehow. Maybe you'll meet them at the new job. Maybe you will meet them, when you're out and about. But I definitely see that you're going to be having a new abundant opportunity in love for sure. Okay. Let's see what else comes out. Okay, you have the 8 of Wands upright. Rapid change, movement, action, quick decisions, freedom, air travels. Okay. So rapid change, you will meet somebody. You will definitely meet somebody within the next week or so, whether it be online or in person. I definitely see you meeting somebody that's really going to change your life. For sure. If you've been single for a long time, I definitely see that this is going to change that. Okay, let's see. Next card, we have the reversed 4 of Cups. Boredom, detach, apathy, redirection, retreat. Yeah, like you're just been bored for a while. You need redirection. You've kind of been, I feel like you've been out of the dating scene for a while, Spirit tells me at least like 5 years you've kind of just been focusing on yourself, like focusing on career, focusing on other things beside, like focusing on your health and focusing on money. That's what Spirit's telling me. But I definitely think that it's time for a change. I feel like you've been really like whatever, like you've kind of been casual about it. Like if I meet someone, I meet someone, and if I don't, I don't. I feel like you've been detached, kind of apathetic to everything. You just didn't really care. But I feel like this week will change that. This next coming week will change that. This is a water sign, so I possibly see you meeting a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. I do see something significant happening, like Spirit's telling me with a Cancer. I do see something significant happening with a Cancer sign, like a brand new one. I feel like you're meeting a brand new Cancer sign. Or I feel like the return, and if it hasn't all happened already, it will. A return of a Scorpio. But like, you know, someone from your past is a Scorpio. But honestly, I say to just take it with a grain of salt. I feel like they're very toxic, and I feel like it's time to meet new people. I would not give that person a second chance if I were you, Sagittarius. That's what Spirit's telling me. I'm really intuitive, so let me know if that resonates in the comment box. Okay, card number 4. We have the 4 of Swords upright. Rest, retreat, new start, recovery, renewal, reflection, meditation, contemplation, withdrawal, relaxation. It's a new start. I feel like it's a new start, but you're kind of sort of unsure. You know, you're meditating on it, you're thinking about it. You know, you met this person, but you just don't know where it's going to go. You're kind of reflecting on it. You know, you're comparing them to old partners. You know, seeing if it's even worth it. I think like that's what this card gives me. See, just look at the picture. It says it all. They're just thinking about it. Like, should I do it? Should I not? I don't know. I think you should. I think you should give everything a chance if it seems, you know, like, you know, you never know unless you try, right? That's what I'm getting here. Okay, one more card. I'm getting the King of Swords upright. Precise, articulate, truthful, disciplined, honest, mental clarity, authority. Yeah, I feel like this is a really powerful card. I feel like it's basically telling you that, you know, you're in your truth, and, you know, you have the mental clarity to go after whatever it is that you want to go after. This card is both fire and air. And the fire element basically says that it's hot, wild, unpredictable, energetic. So, you know, you're going to meet somebody where there is going to be that chemistry. You know, it's definitely going to be, you know, something wild that happens. You are going to meet somebody where you do feel like you feel the sparks, right? But also there's an air element. So it's constant movement. It's powerful, it's refreshing, it's cleansing. So you're gonna meet somebody who is gonna like change your world up a bit, and for the better. Honestly, I think your days of being single are numbered. Honestly, I think that you've been through enough with the wrong people, and I think that this week, and in the coming weeks, you know, give or take, this is for the May 18th to the 24th, but it could be, you know, run a little bit later. Whatever this reading finds you, that's when it's meant to find you. But I do think that you are going to be meeting someone who's going to be beneficial for the better. So that's my reading for you, my Sagittarius. If you enjoy this reading, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Also, leave me a comment if this video resonated. I really want to see if this video resonated with you. And until next time, see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye.